Take a look at these Kling 2.0 AI video generations. They are looking absolutely insane. So in a minute, I'll show you how to generate text to video with my favorite prompting technique that creates way better results. We'll go through the image to video workflow. That is my favorite way to generate videos. Then we'll take a look at some special features like changing the leather jacket from black to red. Yeah. This is going to be a fun one. But there is one mistake that I want you to avoid, so watch this carefully. So by the end of this video, you'll become a Kling AI expert. So let's get started with step number 1, get access. So I'm now on klingai.com, and this is where you get access. All you got to do is to click on create in the top right, and then you can sign in. As you can see, you can use Google, Apple, or email. And if you're wondering about the price, you can see it right here at the lowest plan, $7 per month, which is amazing, even if you compare it to pricing plans of other video generators that are not as good. And you get free credits every day, so you can use it for free. But now I'm on the inside, so let's test out feature number 1, text to video. All we gotta do is to click on video in the bottom here. As you can see in the top, you have text to video, image to video, and multi-elements. We're gonna look through all of them, starting with text to video. What I like to do here is a prompting technique that I'll show you now. The prompting technique is camera, object, action, background, and style. So camera, we could easily do camera, slow, zoom in. Object is what you want to be in the focus. Today we're gonna do purple-haired cyberpunk girl, and then we have the action. Here is what you want the cyberpunk girl to do. Hacking into a number pad. Background is what is in the background. Is she in an alleyway? Is she in a high-tech facility? In a futuristic dark tech spaceship? And then we can choose style. For this one, I want it to be more realistic in the style of cinematic, realistic, and you could obviously do animation, drawn, illustration, even 3D render and things like that. But now you have the prompting tip and framework that you can use again and again to get exactly what you want. But we also have some other settings like professional. You can generate up to 10 seconds. You can change the aspect ratio. We can create outputs like 2 up to 4, and we can increase the creativity, which means that it will be more random, and relevance means that it would adhere more to the prompt. I'll put this at 7 and generate. This costs 140 credits. Whoops, I forgot to change to Kling 2.0. You can see all the models in the top here. So let's generate them with that as well, and then we can compare the results. The current estimated wait time is around 10 minutes, and it is like that with Kling right now. So here we got the results. These are 1.6 and these are 2.0. We'll check out all of them right now. That looks really cool. Let's take a look at the first one. This is 1.6, and again, the prompt is hacking a number pad. Looks like a DJ that has no idea what they're doing. And yeah, it was pretty decent, not that great. And that's what you get with text to video as well. It's really hard to actually know what you're going to get. This one looks pretty decent. It is still a little bit... No, I could definitely use this in some sort of video. The emotions on the face are really good. And she's clicking some buttons, so that's pretty cool. Those were 1.6, but what happens when we step over to 2.0? This is the first generation that we got, and it looks like she's furiously hacking that computer right there. The buttons are getting pressed, but there isn't really much feedback on it. And yeah, the character consistency here as we zoom in is really good. You can see that this is maybe not what you want to happen in the camera settings, and it's why we use image to video. Now, the last one here looks probably the best out of all of them. Let's take a look. Here, it looks like she has a bit of a deadline. Maybe people are coming to get her. There are zooming in the right side and left side. Whoa, look at the last shot there. Incredible. So this one, 2.0 text to video, is one of the best that I've seen yet. You can see that she's in the hacking right now. It looks like a screen is popping up right here. And you can see the light is actually reflecting on her face. Very, very good here. This is hands down the best text to video that I've seen before. I don't necessarily like text to video because of this, and I did some testing on a video that took me like 4 days, but then I never ended up publishing it because it was also bad. So really good job to Kling 2.0. But what about image to video? This is the video generation model that I like to use the most because you can have an image that you already like. This blog was written entirely by AI, and the crazy part is that it was all optimized and polished, ready to rank #1 on Google. Here's exactly how I did it. Step number 1, I went to SeoWriting.ai because this is where we can get started for free. Step number 2, I clicked on one-click blog post. I entered my main keyword in here, then clicked on generate a title. Step number 3, I went to the core settings. I changed the tone of voice, article type, article size, even changed the model to have real-time SERP data. I added 10 AI images included in the structure to have nice tables, italics, and bolds to make it format really nicely. Internal linking, external linking, connect to the web, yes, with real-time search. I even syndicated it to post on Twitter, LinkedIn, and all these other platforms. Then there was nothing left to do but to click on my website on WordPress to go on automatic publishing. With all that done, we just click on run. And just like that, we got the entire article with images, we got videos, tables, and a lot more to make it easy for somebody landing on this page. We also get the content score that we can tweak anything on this article to get the score to go up. It's so convenient that if you don't like a specific part, we can always ask AI, tell it what we want to change, and we can replace it right inside this AI editor. Craziest part is that it's already published on my website, ready to rank on Google, just like my other articles. So don't spend hours writing blogs that barely rank. Now use SeoWriting to handle it all. Fast, smart, and optimized to rank. Just click the link in the description to start using SeoWriting for free. Thank you so much to SeoWriting for sponsoring this section of the video. Now let's get back to it. This is the video generation model that I like to use the most because you can have an image that you already like and then it animates that image and is way easier to get consistency, exactly what you want before you start generating and before you spend 10 minutes of waiting to get something that you don't like. So what we need to do here is to go to the image generation module first. Obviously, you can generate an image with anything, but I'm going to use the exact same prompt that we used before to generate an image first. So cyberpunk girl with purple hair, you can upload a reference to restyle the image. You can also upload a face to try to get the face on the model. It works like at a 7 to 9 out of 10. Also subjects and entire image as well to redo that in a image generation style. However, we're just going to use the text to image. We're going to generate 4 outputs. We're going to generate them in 16:9 as well and generate. This costs only around 1 credit, so that is very cheap. I've selected the colors 1.0, but they also have the colors 2.0, so we're going to generate that with 4 credits. The colors actually 1.0 looks really good as well, so let's see what we get on the colors 2. This is colors 1.0 and this is colors 2.0. This looks way more like League of Legends animation style. However, I did prompt it cinematic realistic, and in that case, I actually like colors 1.0 quite well. However, we're not seeing any keypad, so I guess that this might be one of the best generations that we got. And if you're wondering what image generator I use, it's normally Flux. And you can see that this was one of the images that I wanted exactly. So I'm going to download that, then head back to image to video. So now I'm just going to upload that image and then we'll take a look at the settings. For the prompt, you don't necessarily have to do anything, but I love to do camera moves. So camera, slow zoom in, character working on the computer. This usually gives some movement to the character. So those are the prompting tips for video generation. Basically camera move and what object is doing. Let's do 10 seconds to output. We have the Kling 2.0 on and generate. I'm also going to load up 2 more examples. Let's test this image as well. I'll upload it. I'll use the same prompt kind of, except character is walking towards the camera. Let's generate. Here is the last example that I want to test. Man, this one is super cool. Upload, change the prompt again. And we're going to try something hard today, which is grabbing for his cigar and takes a puff. Let's generate. I'm not even sure if we can generate weapons. I guess we'll find out. So we just got back the 6 results with the 3 different generated images that we did over to video. Here is the first example here of the purple hair girl. Take a look at the computer right there, actually generating and touching the computer too. Looking absolutely incredible. Now let's take a look at the second example of the exact same image and prompt. This is how it looks like. She's touching and is actually interacting with the screen as well. Boom, look at that. That's absolutely incredible. So do you think that this was better than the text to video? Let's take a look at that once more. This was the text to video example. Obviously, this was generated without an image and they had a lot of creative freedom to do whatever the AI wanted to do. So it looks a little bit different, but both examples are actually really, really good. But what about this nomad man in the middle of the desert walking towards the camera? Wow. Hey, that is incredible. Yeah, just imagine that he's walking up to some sort of deal or something like that. He looks pissed. He's out for revenge. So that was the first example. Let's take a look at the second example here. Oh, you actually got the car driving by his side. The walking here is really good. You can see the hair move as if he has like stale hair that hasn't been washed in a while, which is pretty realistic. The car as well moving in a really realistic way as well. No warping, no morphing. This is incredible. Really, really good job. But what about the third image to video that we did? This was the mafia boss that we wanted to smoke his cigarette. Oh, that's the first time. He just did a magic trick. There we go. He is smoking the cigar. So yeah, we did get we could use this last part here. That would be doable. But in the beginning, we did have a little bit of a magic trick where the cigar kind of pops up again from the end of the weapon. But we do have one more generation, so let's take a look at that from the beginning. Here it is. Oh, yep. He can't really grab that cigar. And overall, though, for the last generations here, it's fine. But again, you wouldn't hold the cigar on the actual ashes or the fire at the end there. There's no lighting of the actual cigar when he takes a puff. So it did well, but is a very hard prompt to do as well. So overall, from the image to video generations, I would have to say it's incredible. Firstly, I've never seen anybody tap on the screen before and actually things happen. It does look a little bit AI generated, that's fine. With the man walking towards the camera, I really like that one. You almost have nothing wrong with it, which is absolutely incredible. And then the cigar, which we did a magic trick. But you know what? I like magic sometimes. And speaking of magic, let's go to the next part. But you might be wondering how I use Kling myself. Like, do I use it for content or anything like that? Well, we have created an automation that essentially does all the work for us so we can automatically generate all these videos without actually having to go on Kling. So here, for example, we have part 10 of this short and we get this video out that looks absolutely incredible. So by the end of this, we actually get a full 60-second long video with voiceover and captions that goes out on all the platforms like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts. So if you want to check that out, You can get it in the school community in the description down below. It's one of the easiest ways to automate content creation. So I just wanted to share that with you. But instead of using frames, let's use image to video elements. Well, what this is that you can upload up to 4 images and then you get kind of the combination of all the 4. As you can see in the hints here, you have 3 pictures, like one girl with a dress, some diamonds or crystals, and then a stage of some sort. If we click on that, you can see that all of these images go directly in here to generate the video that we want. But I want to customize it myself. So let's figure out what to do. I'm gonna take one of these thumbnail faces of me. I'm gonna upload this mafia boss picture and I'll try to find a red leather jacket just like this. Let's save this image and upload that as well. As you can see, we got the 3 images here. Now I'll prompt it just like that. We can select professional, 5 seconds or 10 seconds, and 2 outputs. And by the way, you can only do the image to video elements in Kling 1.6. They don't have this available for 2.0 yet. What is it going to look like? So here are the results. Once again, we used this image, and this image with a red jacket. Now, how does it actually look like? Again, this is 1.6 because they can't use 2.0 in this. Let's take a look. Whoa, the gun is in his mouth and then it's going out again. What is happening? Yep, there's definitely a lot of weird stuff going on, but I have to say the red leather jacket looks absolutely incredible. It also does look a little bit more like me because we did the image with the hair pulled back and everything like that. But yeah, the weapon going directly into his mouth and then out again, not really that great. Here is a second generation that we did. Let's start from the beginning. Gun going down, turning into a drink. Yeah, then drinking and smoking of this one drink and slowly zooming in closer. It's decent, but not great. We did get that red leather jacket, but I wish I did that in the beginning instead of prompting it in afterwards with the elements here. However, for product placement and things like that, it would be incredible. But I have to say that this is my least favorite of the different things we've tried now. However, there is one more left, and I'm wondering what we can do with multi-elements. This one works a little bit different and is the first video-to-video model that can change one particular item. Again, for product placement, this would be incredible. So I generated a new one because you can only upload up to 5 seconds here. A new one of a purple hair girl that is hacking into the computer. This was text to video. Once again, I'm very impressed by the text to video here. It's the best that I've ever seen actually. So really good job there. But can we get a red leather jacket on her? Let's take a look. Let's upload the video by going to history, clicking on that generation and confirm. Then we're going to upload an image, red leather jacket. Then we enter into this editor here where I'm gonna add selection. So I'm gonna click right here. As you can see, we have selected her and actually rotoscoped out her. Then we can select her over time. It says it's better for edits. So I'm going to continue clicking on the jacket and the person for the entire clip here so it knows exactly what we're looking for here. Click on that jacket. Once again, a little bit bigger selection here. I'm also going to try to reduce the selection by clicking on the minus point here. Just selecting the jacket here is probably going to be a little bit easier for it. Then we're going to confirm. As you can see here, we've selected it through the entire thing. And the prompt is swap X from @image for X from reference video. So I think that should be enough. We're gonna generate 2 outputs. This one works with the Kling 2.0. So let's generate. Oops, I said too early. It's a 1.6 model here as well. Let's generate. Whoops, we have to add a description here. Swap the image 1. Here we go. So there's a tag there. I'll select the reference video to be put first. Jacket from reference video to the jacket from reference image. And generate. It's important to note that we did swap. We can also do add or delete. So let's test add as well. So I'm going to try to add some sort of product placement here, like for example, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's tequila. I don't really drink that much. Now, since it's uploaded, I'm going to use the context of reference video, seamlessly add X, where we're going to add it, which is going to be writing an @ image just like that and generate. While we're waiting, let's take a look at the red jacket swap. It's actually looking great. Here we go. Red leather jacket is on. It's looking great. That's incredible. It's actually perfect. You can see all the wrinkles, you see the camera move, you see it getting closer and getting more detailed. You see the buttons are all on the same place with consistency. They even flash in the lightning change. That actually did perfect. You can even see, since we selected the bottom here, that she doesn't have pants anymore. Then we have the second generation that looks like this. As you can see, beautiful leather jacket. Once again, the perfect video to video model to change the actual actor's clothes. If we take a look at the input, you can see this was where we started. It's beautiful, really cool design on the clothes once again. And here is the after image number 1. And this is the second generation. Have to say, passed with flying colors. Can we do Dwayne's tequila? As you can see, it placed the tequila bottle right in front of her. This is the best product placement I've seen. And it's really subtle as well. You almost don't see it. It blends in really well in the background. That's insane. Wow, it literally put it right in front of her on the desk. It actually has quite consistent text and lighting here. So it does look pretty good, but what in the world is happening here? I'm not sure if it's absolutely horrible or if it's incredibly cool, because I don't really know how you would do this with video editing except trying to rotoscope. You do see like the translucent bottle, so you can actually see through the bottle. You do see the hand going through this bottle as well, with the reflections and the light as well. So that's really hard to do if you were to do it in a video editor. Let's go back to the last example again. Yeah, once again, it is actually really good. I don't necessarily like that they placed it right in front of her. It would be cool to do it on the side, but I bet we could do that pretty easily. That you're able to see the arm through the bottle here is actually really awesome. It just makes me want to try one more test. Here we go. Incredible image. Let's use image to video with Kling 2.0, a quick prompt to just generate 5 seconds. Slow zoom in, character drinking tequila out of the bottle. Generate. This is the video that we got back. It's looking pretty decent. I also generated this version here as well, looking great, but will it product placement? I'll go to multi-element, upload video from history, confirm, upload the image of the tequila. We'll select the section here of the bottle. Very good selection tool here. Boom. Once again, we're doing exactly the same. Just going through the edit, selecting the bottle. I'll think that this is going to work really well. So let's preview full selected area. There you go. As you can see, the rotoscoping is working perfectly. Confirm, select the subject. Then we swap X. Swap the tequila bottle reference video for the tequila bottle in this image to output generate. Let's take a look at the first result here of Dwayne's tequila bottle being all warped, and it doesn't look like his for sure. So quite a big issue with the movement here as well. It didn't product placement. Is that how you say that? I don't think that you say it like that. Here we got the second generation, and yeah, it ain't that good. Granted, they are using the Kling 1.6 when we are doing those multi-element generations, which is a good video model, but you do obviously get some of those video generation quirks, like the text not being fully generated, as well as the logo of the bottle as well should look like this, where it doesn't look like that. But we've now gone from text to video that looks amazing, the best that I have seen personally. We have the 2.0 model, which is even better than the 1.6. I really like this generation here, for example, could be perfect in a movie where somebody is hacking and then almost getting caught. We have tested the image generator that is inside of Kling that I like, but I would use Krea AI and their Flux models instead. Then we did the image to video that looks absolutely gorgeous with her actually interacting on the screen itself. We went through the nomad desert, I'm gonna kill ya type generation here, which I really liked. We got the magic tricks coming out with the cigar where we have some issues. We tried to change the actual leather jacket. That looks awesome here as well. We got more generations, changing jackets, the capabilities of Kling AI, especially the 2.0 model, is absolutely ridiculous. So you now know how to use Kling 2.0. Hopefully you got something out of this. Please check out our sponsors in the link in the description. Also, check out this video next. Drop a subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.